Hey guys, what's going on? David Lane back again with another tutorial. I know it's been a while. It's been crazy sporadic stuff of late. Tutorial a month ago and then about a week ago, and it's been really sporadic. Like I said, I've been joining the account Footballistics on Instagram, so I've been spending a lot of my time doing work for them. And link will be in the description to all my accounts below. But on World Football Artwork, I only posted once in the last couple weeks, so we're gonna be posting more on that in the future. I definitely promise. It's an entirely request-based system now. Just leave a player in the comments. I'll try to get to it as quickly as I can and throw up the post. It'll be a lot more abstract stuff, but still going back to some of my older styles. So, anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am so grateful for 1,000 subscribers. We finally did it together. Every single one of you been a huge influence on me. It's really awesome that just 10 months ago I started this channel from nothing and built it up this far. And I just want to thank anybody who's watched the video, liked it, shared it with any of their friends. It really means a lot. Also, special shout out to Caleb from Gainesville. I know you've been watching my videos, man. Shout out to you. Keep up the great work. But the question of the week, because I didn't do a PSD giveaway last week, is I want you guys to tell me what do you think is the most underrated league in the world? I'm gonna have to say the Portuguese league myself. You got three teams there that just have the exports from those clubs are absolutely ridiculous. Porto, Benfica, and Sporting Lisbon. You look at guys like Cristiano Ronaldo, David Luiz, Ramirez, tons of guys, and that's just from two of these clubs. Danilo, Radamel Falcao, Hulk out of Porto. Those three clubs have an insane amount of players that they're pumping out of their system every single year. It's absolutely insane. So I would have to say the Portuguese league, not to mention there's a few other teams down the line in that league that are also pretty talented. So I'll say the Portuguese league. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Most underrated league. And we're going to be starting on this edit. Something that you guys have been requesting. It's smoke design, which I know I did a couple of when I started the channel up back so long ago. But obviously we've topaz skinned the picture, which if you guys need help, just refer back to my older videos. I know I've said that in a lot, but I just like to keep it quick here. It's quicker upload, easier for me, easier for you. Don't need to do any editing with the videos because I really can't. So it just makes it a lot easier. And I know you guys want to get, to the end of the video quickly. So you can learn how to do this. So we're just going to be using the quick selection tool here and just making sure we get every area around the player covered. We're using the minus tool when we go too far. This is obviously Wes Hoolahan of Norwich. Who do you guys think they're going to stamp? Let me know in the comments below. Got a big match against my Man United on Saturday. We will see at Carrow Road. So we're just continuing on here. We're going to use the plus and fill in the area in between his jersey and his arm. Bit difficult to get into the tight spaces sometimes. You just got to be careful as to where you're going. This is a process that shouldn't be rushed. Shouldn't be anything that is shouldn't be anything that you need to work against the clock with. As I've always said, art takes time, and you got to be willing to put your time into it. So what I like to do when I get around the ball is just make a circle around the sides of the ball and just click right around the edge. It'll get you a nice clean cut. Obviously, we have a bit at the bottom hanging off there, but that's all right. We'll go and fix that in just a few minutes. So we're going to go around the sock here. Makes it easier with the color distinction. And then on his left foot, it's right foot to us. We are just going to go all around the edge with the minus tool because we've gone too far. Get a nice clean cut. And obviously we got a little bit more to go here on the inside. So I'm going to be using my positive brush tool. And you can see there's some little specks over there. That just means it's selected very thinly. So we're going to go around. And I like to do this. I'll just take a big brush and just wipe out any sort of little specks that could be lurking around here. Got a bit of a shoulder there. So just continue to go here. And now what we're going to do is we are going to, well, I got a little bit more at the bottom to fill in, but that's all right. Got that right in there. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just going to be taking two fingers because I'm on a Mac, and I'm just going to click, go to refine edge. And it's a good way to check your masking there just a little bit. And we're going to want to set the radius to about 1 and smooth it out to about 4. That's usually what I like. Now we're going to cut it by hitting Command or Control X, depending on what operating system you're on. And there you have your player cut out. So it's a pretty clean cut, and it definitely refines the edges a lot, so it makes the cut of the player look a lot better. Okay, so now we're just going to move into a new file. And we're just going to go, let's say 1800 by 1800 Instagram square size. I know they have the update now, so you can do whatever size you really want. And you might be saying to yourself, well, David, how are we going to get this into a square? It's obviously a rectangle now. And I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to make this picture however big we want. And this is the freedom of this kind of picture, is that you can make it however big you want. It really doesn't matter. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a copy of it. So we're just going to press Command-J, make a copy, and line it up right on top of the other one. Now we're going to take our eraser tool. And you don't really need a masking for this, just because it really doesn't matter. You don't need to be super precise. That looks filled in enough. That looks, sorry. So that looks filled in enough. You only need the ground, and I'm going to show you guys why in a few minutes. You only need the ground. I just want to make sure I get no line here to show that it's the end of it. But yeah, really, you only need the floor here, just to make the grass blend easy, and you want to make sure obviously none of your player is covered. So there you go. It looks perfectly normal. And then you can just do the same thing with the other side. Just do a copy of the layer, line up the grass line. This is a very simple picture to use. Obviously some of them are going to be more complicated than others, but that's pretty much it when it comes to lining the picture up. And you see obviously his arms here, but I'm going to show you guys why you don't need that in just a second. So we're now going to drag in our PNG, our cutout picture from the other one. And this is the part that's probably the most difficult of this. So we just got to line it up appropriately. And you don't need to get it too perfect. Again, I'm going to show you why. This is the great thing about this, is because you don't need everything perfect. It's really the feet and the ball that you're going to need in the exact right position. And if you need to, you can obviously clone stamp out some other features if the ball is missized or whatever, if you need to. You probably won't need to, though. It's really unnecessary. You just want everything down okay. So we're going to move that to the top. Matt Kruger, get out of my notifications, please. Oh, well, we're going to Facebook. Sorry about that. So anyways, we are going to go in here with black and just put black around everything. And another good way to check the masking, so if you want, just to show you, if I was really going for perfection here, I got a little piece of his, in between his arm and his jersey here, so I can just go down super small brush size and just take that away. Real clean and simple right there. So obviously now we have black background around him, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a new layer above him. And we are going to go with a pure white brush, and we're going to head over to the brush tool here. And this is the smoke brush that you guys have been wanting to know for ages now. It's not the original one that I used. I actually found better ones. And I've linked these in the description below, so you can check them out and use them for yourself. Tell me what you think. You're welcome, because I don't always link brushes, but these special treat for that 1,000 subs, that and the PSDs for you guys. So, just past them. Definitely check these out. They are really helpful. And they're more helpful than you'd imagine. So basically, it automatically has the size differential set to a lot. It already puts it at 100, I believe 100% size jitter. So we're just going to want to make that not 100. Usually I would do that, see, because it's going to shrink it so much. But just for the sake of time and for the sake of me having to move myself, I'm not really going to do that. Now, typically what you'd want to do is you'd want to follow the light. So the light in this picture is coming down from the top left and a little bit from here as far as I can see. So because you can see a little bit of lightness on this side of his body and a little bit of lightness on the head. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So size this down a bit, and just like that. Now, if you want to, you can make it a little bit darker, not perfectly black though, and create a new layer above that smoke. And don't mind about going on the ground or anything. You just want a clean blend from color to color. That's basically the whole idea of it. Go to black then, and get a smoother blend from the bottom up. And then maybe paint some more white on top of that. So just like that. Or maybe if you don't want it pure white, because I think that's a little bit bright for my liking, we can just go with something like that. It'll all work itself out in the end. You have no fear. And then I think this will be it. Just one more white above. We'll get that out of there. Because there we go. That should work. And then one more down here. Just want to click to get rid of the supersized brush. That should do it. So I think that looks like a really good smoke. Obviously, it's whatever you guys like. It's your choice. So now what we're going to do, if you have it blended correctly as to your liking, you can just select all of them by pressing Shift and picking from top to bottom, and then press Command or Control E. Now what we're going to do is we are going to size up our eraser tool brush and just erase the bottom here, just where the ground would be. Now remember, we have that black layer, so that's why it's black. It's not like anything disappeared. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take that black and erase it with the ground. And now, this is the best part. So we already have a black somewhat background. I think I actually erased a little bit too much, so I'm just going to step back there. And I don't want it going too far back. The eraser going too far back. So I think that's a little bit better. Now you're going to see what I'm going to do in a second. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to take the eraser tool, just zoom out of it. I'm just going to take the eraser tool, and because we have that black layer, it creates a natural blackness and darkness at the bottom as we erase more of the smoke, which really, really helps in these kind of designs. If you need to, obviously, you can always extend the smoke and then also extend the black layer by pressing Command T and just holding it down. So very, very easy to manipulate this kind of edits. It's really not too hard, especially with these kind of great brushes that you can use. Always so simple. So unfortunately now I am going to have to move myself down, which I didn't want to have to do the whole video, and go to Photo Filter. And Photo Filter, what we're going to do is you can do whatever color you like. Generally blue works best for the smoke, I've noticed. I'd like to go deep blue, which is the color that it comes with. So I think we'll go deep blue, and we're going to want to merge all of these layers. So go, do your whole command thing with the shift, like I said before, and just go to black and white. And it may not seem like ideal at first based on what you're doing. You're just turning the whole background black and white, but it really does work, and I think it works well. If it, obviously it's Norwich, so I may want to switch to a yellow, depending on what the team is. We may want to go to an emerald, which is like a green. I don't really love the way this color comes out. I mean, maybe, it's okay, but I'd prefer the yellow, I guess, for Norwich. And now you can just come in and start adding gradient maps. So that's really, ideal. So you can just click there. I want to go black to white, and mess with your blend mode. So I always like screen. That's always a good one. Multiply is going to make it a lot darker if you like that look. Soft light, and you can end up balancing these and just playing with them. Now we're not done yet. What we're going to do, so I think we're just going to create a little bit more of a contrast here by going with that. And now we can throw this actually over him, but I don't want to do it completely. So I think we're going to lower that just a tad. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to come in the layer above him, go back to this, and we are just going to bring in, so I'm actually going to take the size jitter down. It's really bothering me at this point, so we're just going to take it down to about 29. And, what's going on? All over the place today. There we go. Okay. Taking the size jitter down, sizing down the brush with the bracket keys, and I just want to take that pure white, and I'm going to be going up here, and just where the light would be coming in is where I want to fill in. So ideally up here in the corner is where I would like it. It does seem a bit heavy, and if it does, that's okay. You can always lower the opacity a bit. That's whatever you guys like. And then, if you want to, you can see what the gradient maps above it look like. Again, with the multiply, just playing around with this stuff. I think that looks really good. If I got it a little bit less dark at the bottom, maybe I could, take something like this away. Yeah, that definitely gives it a nice look. At this point in the edit, I'm just playing around, I'm just showing you guys random stuff. I don't think this is probably the best smoke I could have done. I really do. I'm a bit disappointed in myself, actually. I wish I could have done a better job. But this black part here at the bottom is frustrating me, so I'm going to take some of that away. There we go. It's a little bit better. So, unfortunately, not the best job that I did. I was rushing through this hastily a little bit. You can always add just the photo filter perhaps on the bottom if you want to go a little bit heavier with it, which I actually prefer this now. You see, everything's changing. Everything's so dynamic within this kind of art. You never know which way you're going to end up liking it. So I think this is probably the best I'm going to get it today. The smoke is not how I wanted it. Kind of disappointed, actually, that I couldn't get the filters right. Because usually I would want the smoke to be covered by the filters, like the smoke above his body. So I would have to put that up here, but unfortunately the yellow is extremely overpowering on his jersey, which it isn't usually like that if it's blue or whatever, but I want to keep it yellow because I think that's the ideal color for this picture. I mean, I can always switch it. Let's just see how it works. I've not tested this before. Yeah, so I think the blue actually looks better most of the time when it comes to putting the smoke over players. So let's keep it like that. Let's just call it a day on that one. Yeah, let's call it a day. I'm sick of this. So, anyways, there you have it, guys. That is the tutorial over. Smoke design, smoke brushes. I know it was kind of garbage, and obviously all my smokes are usually a lot better than that. I'm really, this is the first tutorial that I can safely say going out of it I was not satisfied with it at all. But anyways, I hope you guys were. I really do. And if this video helped in any way, shape, or form, please remember to give it a like if you're not already subscribed. Go follow Caleb down in the description below. Caleb, shout out to Gainesville. Love you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Request videos that you want. Peace.